Alright, good morning everyone and thank you for tuning in with me today. I'm Justin Banguilan and I'm in charge of providing you with a brief yet comprehensive overview of a powerful mnemonic technique called loci, also known as the memory palace. Now, loci has multiple advantages over the conventional process of rote memorization, from easier encoding of information in one's long-term memory to its efficient retrieval. This technique employs both visual and auditory cues which establish connections between items. If done properly, tasks could be done more efficiently. I have used this technique and similar ones to memorize hundreds of digits, decks of cards, and hundreds of words along with their definition, all in one sitting, and I believe that you can do it too. You will be surprised after seeing the results for yourself. Now, quick tip before we start, I want you to create absurd, unrealistic, and crazy images, but establish a coherent and somewhat logical link between them. Make the situation as absurd as possible. The bigger, the better. Now, this will all make sense later. So what are we waiting for? Let's begin. Now, before we start, the list that we will memorize involves 10 brain-enhancing food from the book Limitless by author Jim Kwik. Alright, so we will be using 10 body parts for our demonstration today. Let's begin with your head. I want you to touch your head. I want you to feel your head. Now, next up we have your eyes. I want you to feel your eyes. I want you to touch your eyes. I want you to use it to see the other parts in our list. Yes? And next up, we have your ears. I want you to touch your earlobes. Yep. Number 3, our ears. So number 4, we have our mouth. Below the mouth is our neck, where we will put item number 5. And next up, we have the collarbone. Yes, I want you to feel your collarbone. And next to your collarbone, we have the shoulders. Yes. And then next up, we have our fingers. Now, I want you to feel your fingers, move them around. And for our second to the last item, we have the belly button. And finally, we have your behind or your butt. Now, what we're going to do today is we're going to store 10 items, right, to each of these body parts. And now let's begin. I want you to imagine a large avocado. It's green, it's ripe, it smells good. I want you to put it on top of your head, avocado, okay? Now, next up, we have blueberries. I want you to replace your eyes. I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to visualize blueberries in your eyes. Blueberries replace your eyes. Now you can smell them, you can see them, and they're there. Alright? Now next up, we have MCT oil or coconut oil. Now, MCT oil or coconut oil is flowing down your ears. Parang luga, madumi. It's flowing down your ears. Now this will all make sense later, but right now, just bear with me, okay? Next up, we have the mouth. Inside your mouth, I want you to stuff as many broccoli vegetables as you can. Now, stuff it with broccoli, stuff it with broccoli. Now, let's start our list from the beginning. We have avocado on the head. Yes, you're right. We have blueberry sa mata. Number 3, we have MCT oil dripping down your ears. Now, for number 4, we have broccoli stuck in your mouth. Now, I want you to feel your throat. I want you to touch it right now and feel the Adam's apple. Now, replace the Adam's apple with a giant egg. Imagine a giant egg is stuck. It's stuck in your throat. That's for number 5, eggs. Now, for number 6, we have salmon. Now, how do we put salmon on our collarbone? We put salmon on a large necklace, a very beautiful necklace made out of salmon. Now, I want you to imagine it. It's large. It's a very big piece of salmon, and it reaches your feet. Now, next up, we have the shoulders. Now, I want you to put leafy greens on your shoulders, just like a knight with shining armor. You are a person with shining leafy green armor. All right, now it's on your shoulders. Now, I want you to use your fingers. I want you to close your eyes and feel like you're touching sand. But you're not actually touching sand. You're touching turmeric powder. Alam niyo yung binibigay sa SM, yung mga free taste doon. Now, that's turmeric. Turmeric powder now. Touch it with your hands. All right? Now, let's begin the list. Don't be too overwhelmed because I'm here to guide you as you read the list. Okay? Right now, let's start with the head, avocado, yes. Next up, we have blueberries, that's right. Blueberries for your eyes. Well, blueberries replace your eye, yeah. So number 3, we have MCT oil dripping down your ears. And we have broccoli. Broccoli is stuck in your mouth, yeah. Avocado, blueberry, MCT oil, broccoli. Now, what do we have next? Stuck in your throat, we have what? We have eggs. And we have a necklace, a very, very large necklace reaching our feet. And it's a necklace made out of what? It's made out of salmon. Yes, very good. Now on our shoulders, we have armor. It's going to be absurd, but we have what? We have what on our shoulders? We have leafy greens. And touching our fingers, we have turmeric. Now we have 2 more items in this list. I want you to touch your belly button and imagine a walnut-sized piece is stuck in there. A walnut. A walnut is stuck there. And now finally, I want you to imagine yourself with diarrhea, and I want you to imagine that you are defecating dark chocolate, right? Now let's go through the list again. I want you to be with me as I read the list again, right? Avocado, we have blueberry, we have MCT oil, we have broccoli, we have eggs, we have salmon, we have leafy greens, we have turmeric, we have walnut, and we have dark chocolate. All right? Now let's try it backwards. Let's try it backwards from the bottom or from the behind, if you must. The dark chocolate starts first. What we have on our belly button, we have walnuts. That's right. Next up, we have what? What are we touching with our hands? What are we touching with our fingers? We're not touching sand. We're touching what? We're touching turmeric. Very good. And now on our shoulders, what do we have on our shoulders? On our shoulders, we have leafy greens. That's great. And now for our collarbone, what do we have? I want you to tell me what we have. We have a large necklace made out of what? Made out of salmon. Very good. Now for the next item in our list, what do we have stuck on our throat? We have a giant egg. A giant egg, right? Now in our mouth, we have broccoli stuck inside, right? Are you with me? Now finally, what do we have dripping down our ears? We have MCT oil. That's great. And now, as a replacement for our eyes, we have what? We have blueberry. And finally, avocado on our head. Very good job. You might not be able to absorb this on your first try, but you've done a good job today, and I'm very proud. We'll see you on our Zoom meeting later, and thank you for tuning in with me. I appreciate it, and I hope you do well. Thank you.